This is Hannibal and Piper here, the official mascot of the Hannibal TV.com, and we are coming at you with a daily wrestling news update. Now, Raw did its lowest rating since January, and surprise, surprise, Kevin Owens was in the main event, as he usually is in a featured match when they hit ratings lows. And this was billed as a big Randy Orton appreciation night type of thing. And it only did a 0.44 rating. Now, keep in mind, for as bad as people say the Brawl for All was, I looked up the ratings it was getting in those months back in the summer of 1998, and it was like a 4.3, sometimes 4.6s. And now we get a 0.44. So please explain to me how Vince Russo was the worst writer of all time in WWE if they get 0.44s now. And back when he was writing, doing stuff like the Brawl for All, it was in the 4.3s, 4.6, sometimes in the sixes ratings, but not for the Brawl for All, but other times during the Attitude Era. So I don't, it's like incomparably bad now compared to what it was in the late 90s. PW Insider is reporting that Rick Steiner is backstage at NXT, probably to do something with Braun Breaker. Now, I really don't get it. Why give Braun Breaker the last name Breaker when you're going to have Rick Steiner come on continuously to appear with him on TV, and it's no secret that he's the Steiner. He's part of the Steiner family. It's inconceivable to me why you would give him a different name. It's just confusing. I would love to know the explanation for that. This guy comes from a WWE Hall of Famers family. Probably one of in anyone's book, the Steiners should be in the top 5 tag teams of all time. They're my personal second favorite behind LOD. But let's give the guy's son a different last name so people don't recognize him as Rick Steiner's son. But let's add to the confusion. Let's have Rick Steiner appear with him from time to time. I don't get it. Apparently, Pat Buck, the former WWE producer, has confirmed he's part of AEW. And this is interesting. Variety reported that Warner Brothers and Discovery will be cutting scripted programming development at TBS and TNT. So if they're cutting scripted programming, does that include Dynamite and Rampage? Because that's technically scripted programming. So that will be interesting to see. I don't know when the TV contract runs out for AEW, whatever deal they're under now, but if those companies are cutting scripted programming, that could affect them. Good evening to you, Al. Oh, and by the way, in Great North Wrestling news, Vipress has been added to the Great North Wrestling event September 3rd, Saturday, September 3rd, in Petawawa, Ontario. Charlie Haas is going to be there. Jeremy Prophet, the current Great North Wrestling Women's Champion Nova, Jenny Santana, Jessica Black, former GNW Women's Champion, Black Widow Eve, and many more. Blood Hunter is going to be there. It's going to be a big card. We're working on it. Looking forward to it. Jimmy checking in from Kentucky. And for that Great North Wrestling September 3rd event, tickets are already on sale at ticketweb.ca. More event information at thehannibaltv.com. Mike loves my YouTube plaque. Well, we did reach 320,000 subscribers yesterday. So we're inching our way up to the million, and I really want that gold million YouTube subscribers plaque one day. Pedro says because the WWE wants to own him. Well, the Steiner last name isn't actually Rick Steiner's last name. It's like Rex Steiner, Bronson Rex Steiner. So I don't know if they could still trademark it. I don't know. But to me, it just seems confusing. Cryan thinks Braun deserves a better last name than Breaker. Shane says WWE is unwatchable. Matt R., one of our members that helps support the channel. Thank you for your support, Matt. Appreciate all of the great members. What's up to you? Shane says WWE has been terrible for quite a while now. Shane wants me to give Illinois a shout out. I've only ever been to the Chicago airport. Actually, I have driven through Illinois. When I drove to Iowa one year, I drove through Illinois. But other than that, I've mostly been to the Chicago airport. Jason says he's watching me from the Gulf of Mexico. That's pretty cool. And he has my dog's twin. Wow, that's pretty cool again. And I'm going to shut it down now because Rashad Evans is actually going to be on the MMA Power Hour tonight, UFC Hall of Famer. And I'm going against another thing on my channel right now. So check out MMA Power Hour with Rashad Evans tonight on the Hannibal TV's YouTube channel. And we are also on Facebook at the Hannibal TV, nearly 7,000 followers on Facebook. And all of our ad streams are live. All of our live streams are ad free on Facebook. I had a killer workout today, so maybe that's why I'm a little confused. Stan checking in from Detroit. Larry checking in from Boston. Kurt. Yeah, there's a whole thing about Sonny that maybe I'll have to do another update on. We'll get into that in a separate thing, but checking out for now.